choice of words and action, and comments shall be limited to the issues and cannot involve individuals or staff-related matters. We'll be starting in about 5 minutes. Good evening. Welcome to the Robert J. Bergeron Government Tower. Um, we will now call to order today's council meeting of Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government today, Wednesday, December 17, 2025. We would like to have notice to the public. If you wish to address the council, please complete the public wishing to address the council forms located on either end of the counter and give it to either the chairman or the council clerk prior to the beginning of the meeting. All comments must be addressed to the council as a whole. Addressing individual council members or staff is not allowed. Speakers should be courteous in their choice of words and actions, and comments shall be limited to the issues and cannot involve individuals or staff-related matters. We would like for all cell phone and electronic devices used for communication to be silenced for the duration of the meeting. We would appreciate that. We'll start off with the invocation and the pledge of allegiance by Mr. Clayton Voisin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Heavenly Father, we ask for your blessing for all gathered here this evening and ask for your guidance with our thoughts, words, and actions to be in the best interest of this good earth community. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Alicia, could you give us a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Voisin, Mr. Amity, Mr. Champagne, Mr. Hamner, Mr. Babin, Ms. Chauvin, Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure, Mr. Harding.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum present.
Thank you very much. Order of business, approve the minutes of the regular council session held on November 19, 2025. Moved by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Amity. Any discussion? Members vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. We have distributed minutes for the regular council session held on December 10, 2025. We need to approve the accounts payable bills list for December 15, 2025. Need a motion. Moved by Mr. Pleasure, second by Mr. Amity. Any discussion? Members vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. Approve the manual checklist November 2025. Move Mr. Pleasure, second by Mr. Amity. Any discussion? Members vote your machine. Motion passed 8-0. General business 1A. Recognizing the 4-H beef, sugar, and sweet potato cookery grand champions from the event held on Saturday, December 13th, 2025. Mr. Pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ms. Cherie, where's she at? Come on down. I would just like to share first off, the last time these guys were out, we recognized quite a few of our young adults here in Terrebonne Parish in regards to their involvement or activities within the 4-H organization. And I still remember, I asked Ms. Sherry, I got to work on getting me a belt buckle, being part of that livestock thing and all that. I know that's coming in the coming months, but I had the opportunity, I was invited to be able to judge the 4-H cookery, the final one of the year with beef and the other components of that. And I just want to share that it was an amazing event. It was an amazing opportunity for me to get to actually see the work of the young adults here in Terrebonne Parish. And I was amazed by quite a few of them. And she's sitting right here. One of the champs is sitting right here in the front row. I didn't realize that that God has blessed her hands. That's all I can say. And thanks to your dad, military service. Thank you for your service, sir. But your daughter, she's amazing. And all the other participants in the 4-H cookery, they're amazing. A special thanks to, I don't want to chop her name up, I think it was Gianna and Molly. They were my assistants of sorts as being one of the judges. And I see our parish attorney, she's sitting here smiling, but next time you're going to help do that too as well, because it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So with that being said, I have some certificates here of recognizing on behalf of myself and the parish president and the entire council.
Yeah, let me tell them when you call her name, she's going to distribute.
Okay, so I guess you guys have already kind of talked about how we're going to do this. So you want to come up and get these, I guess?
Well, he's going to call them out, and what? Got a list.
Where's the list? Okay, here it is right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll call the names, and we'll get Ms. Cherie to actually give it out to the grand champion winners. We'll just have you come up, and to those that might not be here, if you hear their names and you know their names, tell them to watch this because we are recognizing them. And I've gotten a few phone calls since sharing at the event on Saturday, and I was able to talk with a lot of the folks, and they said that their kids are really into the culinary aspect of things. But everybody did a great job. Everybody did a great job, no matter what place you received. And hopefully we'll be, like I shared there, hopefully we'll be going to your restaurant one day. I'm looking forward to that. It might be a little bit of time for you, man, but we're looking forward to going to your restaurant one day. So the names for the 2025-2026 cookery winners, grand champions for the rice commodity winners, main dish, Miss Mariah Fowl. And let me tell you, if you like mashed potatoes and gravy, that's the one right there, I tell you. Side dish for rice commodity winners, Brennan Terrio. Dessert, Victoria Rhodes. And Mr. Babin saying that that's his weakness, that the dessert. So for seafood commodity winners, shrimp main dish, Miss Sierra Rishu. Shrimp appetizer, Rhett Pellegrin. For crab, Chloe Dighton. Oyster, Addison Price. Fish and other, Sawyer Boudreau. Crawfish, Michaela Rhodes. Egg commodity winners, egg main dish, Diana Smith. Egg appetizer and salad, Skylar Zarang. Egg dessert, Gianna Este. Poultry commodity winners, chicken, Caroline Duplantis. Processed poultry, Talia Thomas. Other poultry, Michaela Rhodes. Hey, Michaela, I've heard your name a couple times. Beef commodity winners, low-calorie main dish, Elijah Wynn. One dish meal, Victoria Gill. Quick and easy, Mariah Fowl, again. Sugar commodity winners, this is the good one, Mr. Babin. Candy, Gianna Este. Cakes, Miss Esmeralda Herrera. Cookies, McCartney Marsh. Any other sugar dish, Emma Wen. Pies, Lexi Calais. Sweet potato commodity winners, sweet potato dessert, Rebecca Terrio. sweet potato other, Presley Lerat. Yeah, I'm with Mr. Babin. He said he got full just listening to all that. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. But I just would like to close out with we really, really do appreciate all the hard works that you folks have done. I think it's very notable that you guys be recognized for your hard work and your tenacity in the culinary arts. And I'm sure a lot of us up here, we don't mind trying it. So just make sure, let us know, give us a call. We'll do it for you. So another round of applause for everybody. Thanks, guys.
Get close.
Here we go.
Shadi. Said it right that time. All right. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Thank y'all.
And Ms. Cherie, we just want to thank you, commend you for all that you do. A lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of coordination goes into this. And thank you for all you do with our children here in Terrebonne Parish. It doesn't go unnoticed.
Thank y'all for recognizing these kids. Sometimes a lot of people think, oh, it's just the 4-H cookery, and we don't realize that it's a cookery that's promoting our Louisiana commodities. It's promoting a life skill that no matter if they win grand champion or not, they need that skill for the rest of their lives. And they're spending time in the kitchen with their family. So we appreciate y'all recognizing them, and hopefully your excitement and the recognition will continue to grow. We don't have a traditional 4-H program in Terrebonne Parish, but cookeries are huge for us. We cannot do away with our cookeries, and hopefully this will make it even better. So thank y'all very much.
Mr. Trustclair.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Cherie, you kind of hinted on it a minute ago. We need to give a kudos to the parents and the families, because I'm sure the basis of all these preparations started from some grandma, some mom, some aunt, some uncle, somebody, and then I'm sure they had their own little touches to it, but definitely, kudos to the parents for keeping their children involved in these type of extracurriculars, which in turn keeps them off the streets. And this is a great thing. Thanks a lot. Appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
All right, thanks, y'all.
Thank you. All of them did. Now we're at item 2, public wishing to address the council. In accordance with section 2-07E Terrebonne Parish Home Rule Charter, the public will be heard and can speak for 3 minutes and on any matter related to the parish government without discussion or questions and answer on non-agenda items. And we have 3 speaker cards. The first speaker card I have here is Mr. Wilford Joseph, in reference to community centers. Could you come up forward, please, sir? State your name and address.
Good evening. My name is Wilfred Joseph. I live at 102 Octavia Street in Shreveport, Louisiana. I come to talk again about the community centers. I think I've talked to Mr. Bedron once at the North Terrebonne Alliance with the Degree Improvement Association. We have a nonprofit called the North Terrebonne Alliance. I've been at this. I have an email since this email was dated November the 23rd, 2023. And I've been, since about June 2023, I've been trying to lay out a plan to where we can get community centers to see if I can convince you all that it would be good for the north end of Terrebonne Parish. We have a plan. We have a great plan for the kids, for the community, for the whole community. And I just want to make sure that we're not forgotten. I was sent a message a while ago by Mr. Pulaski. Mr. Pulaski, I want to thank you for not turning your back on me. I've been bothering you for a couple of years now. Thank you. But that they was going around and they was trying to see where they was going to put community centers. So I've been at this for about 2.5 years now, and I think I gave Mr. Harden a plan and that we had put together to try and prove that we can use this community center to improve our community, to improve the children. We want to be a generational change for our community. We want to work with the children. We have great plans for the children, but we won't just work with the children. We work with the elderly. We want to have teach people how to deal with the mentally ill. We want to do STEM program. We want to do robotics. We have a great plan, and this is our opportunity. This is probably the only opportunity to do this that with government funds that we can help the whole community. We don't mind anybody coming in and looking in. Everybody in North Terrebonne end of the parish will be welcome. Nobody will be turned away. We want to do bands with the kids. We want to do choir, community choir. We had just big plans for the kids if we can acquire this community center. So I just want, if I can reach y'all the email if you'd like to hear it, just to give you a paragraph of it. This is November the 23rd. I was communicating at the time with Miss Nikki Black. I don't think she's here anymore. But when she and I had a conversation, she said, it was great talking with you the other day. As promised, I wanted to send you the message that I sent to Chris Pulaski so that you will have something to bring to your meeting this evening. I've heard back from Chris as well as the grants management team of CSRS, and they both concur that we will take your statement and use that to develop a program that will make funds available for community centers. Once that is done, Chris and the team will present that to the parish administration for them to consider incorporating into the list of programs. So,
Motion extended by Mr. Badman, second by Mr. Pleasure. In the discussion, members vote your machine. 9-0. Wait to the green light. 1 minute. Green. Yes, sir.
I would like you all to please consider us. You know, this is like I say, this is a great opportunity for us to do a generational change in our community. So there's no other way we can do this, right, on this scale. So I hope you all would consider us. I've been working with children for a long time. It was a joy to see the kids up here because that's what it's all about. It's our future of Terrebonne Parish. I want to add to it. I'm an advocate. I don't take any money for anything I do for my community. It's just me wanting to help the kids to grow and to be good young adults. And this is a great opportunity for our children, for our community. So please consider us with the community centers, Mr. Bergeron. Please give us just give us a chance, man. We can do it. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it right. I have the right people behind me. We just need the center. And we're going to change North Terrebonne Parish. We're going to change it for the better. Amen. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, I have, excuse me, Mr. Chris Pulaski, in reference to the 2026 budget, I think. Green.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chris Pulaski, Director of Planning and Zoning, 8026 Main Street. Good evening. I'm not here tonight because of anyone on the 7th floor, nor am I here because of anyone on the 6th floor. I'm here because of the people who are on the 1st and 2nd floors, who, while they may carry a laptop or a tablet instead of a shovel, work very hard. In the months following Hurricane Ida, FEMA sent down a team of recovery planners who conducted various training sessions and workshops. And one expectation that they predicted, which came true, was that we would experience a higher than normal government staff turnover as we navigate through that recovery process. Prior to Hurricane Ida, the permit office averaged 2,600 permits a year with 2 seasoned permit clerks. The first full year after Ida saw over 13,000 permits. In 2026, 4 years after the storm, we're still tracking to reach over 3,600 permits. All of that was happening amongst staff shortages and no fewer than 8 different permit clerks in 4 years. That's working hard. In January 2025, there were over 425 open derelict structure files. That's this year, January of this year. Data is tracking that once we complete the January 2026 hearings, that number should be between 40 and 50. That's working hard. The RAMP division has brought in close to $200 million in HMGP, FMA, PDM, and other recovery grant funding and is elevating or reconstructing homes as we speak. That's working hard. The Planning and Zoning Division continues to guide and plan both long-term and short-term recovery planning, as well as help manage 28 CDBG DR projects, including the Community Resiliency Center, all while still maintaining the usual volume of subdivisions and zoning code enforcement. That's working hard. All parish employees are a vital part of the whole, whether they be in the field or in the office. One group cannot exist without the other. While my department budget may be largely dependent on general fund dollars, we're fortunate in that a number of grant programs we administer provide for capacity to cover administrative costs such as salaries for those working on those projects, which then gave me the ability to plan for salary adjustments while still cutting budget costs and not services. Other department budgets have their unique aspects too. I can't begin to imagine the complexity of a budget like Department of Works or Solid Waste, but I know their people work very hard and their directors care for them a great deal. The salary adjustments in my budget are about recognizing and rewarding hard work and opportunity, which leads to employee retention. Except for a handful of staff who had adjustments in 2025 and 2 new hires just this month, it's going to go out. Everyone else.
Motion to extend.
Motion by Ms. Babin, second by Ms. Chauvin. In the discussion, members vote your machine. Pass 9-0.
Except for a handful of staff who had adjustments in 2025 and 2 new hires just this month, everyone else in the department, except for one, was able to be given an adjustment. Their hard work benefits all of Terrebonne Parish, the constituents, and the residents that we proudly serve. Thank you for your time and have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
I almost got it in.
Next, I have Ms. April Wallace, Budget and Raising.
Good afternoon. I know you guys passed the budget last week. I just want to say, I'm going to piggyback on what he said. It's a lot of hard workers out there, and I really do think they do need raises, and I'm not just talking for just the ones in the office. I think the ones in the field, they really, really need a raise. I seen a lot of road work, and I'm seeing these young guys out there, and they really working hard. And what people don't fail to notice, in the winter time, y'all in the office, y'all have heat. In the summertime, y'all in the office, y'all have air. But in the winter and the summer, those out there working on the roads, they don't have heat and they don't have air. And I really wish y'all really consider and not wait till March to look into them getting a raise, because I really think they do need a raise. I'm for everybody getting a raise, but I don't want people to get a raise and then you get a raise and then you get a bonus. If you're gonna get the raise, you don't need the bonus. You could get that bonus to these people who's working out there on the road, because they really work hard. And I know each and every one of y'all see that, because everybody passing on all roads in Terrebonne Parish. So everybody see the hard work that these people are doing. So I really hope y'all consider come next year that you don't wait till March or the middle of the year to start talking about raises for these young people and older people that's working on the road. And my last thing to say, being that me and Miss Chanel here every time, I think we should have had a Christmas gift up here. But we have all the time, we have perfect attendance. So we should have had a gift up here sometime. That's all I want to say. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. Staff reports, 3A, Parish President Jason W. Bergeron requesting ratification of his recommendation of Mr. Kim Lerat for appointment to the Veterans Memorial District Board. Moved by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Pleasure. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. B, Parish President Jason W. Bergeron is requesting ratification of his recommendation of Mr. Kenneth St. Germain for appointment to the Veterans Memorial District Board. Moved by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Pleasure. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. Mr. St. Germain, would you like to come forward to say something? Or?
He was gonna call me up here, but no, I mean this is something that I'm thankful for y'all ratifying it. I come from 20 years military experience, retired, come back to my roots here in South Louisiana, and it's an honor to serve the people. And I think just keeping the history alive, because that's what it's all about. And as generations change, you don't want that history to change. So I appreciate it, and I look forward to serving the team.
All right, thank you.
I'd like to recognize Mr. Kim Lerat too as well on his appointment by Mr. Bergeron. Also, Mr. St. Germain, it's that military thing that I saw, and I think he's going to be a big asset to the people here in Terrebonne Parish. So thank you, Parish President.
4, committee reports. Community Development and Planning Committee from 12/15/25, Ms. Kim Chauvin.
I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Community Development and Planning Committee held on December 15th, 2025, and I have 27 condemnation hearings and no public hearing. Calling the condemnation hearing on the following residential mobile homes, residential structures, accessory structures, and commercial structures on Tuesday, January 13th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. 503 Aragon Road, Montague, 422 Ashland Drive, 308 Odemar Street, 761 Bayou Dularge Road, 211 Blair Drive, 1007 Canal Street, 4330 Country Drive, 401 Dauphine Avenue, 2867 Express Boulevard, 407 Fungi Street, 7399 Grand Caillou Road, 322 High Ridge Drive, 215 Kramer Street, 148 Marjorie Street, 125 Mulberry Street, 155 New Orleans Boulevard, 405 Overton Drive, 117 Paul Drive, 109 Ray Ellender Court, 144 Roy Street, 129 Samuel Street, 175 Stovall Street, 128 Watson Court, 129 Watson Court, 215 Westville Avenue, 118 William Street, 3500 Woodcrest Avenue.
Motion by Ms. Kim Chauvin, second by Mr. Champagne. Yeah, Mr. Champagne. Members vote in the discussion. Members vote your machine.
And no, I'm not repeating it.
9 yeas. Motion passes. Public Service Committee, Mr. Clayton Wazan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Public Service Committee held on Monday, December 15th, 2025, and I have one public hearing. Consider the introduction of an ordinance to amend the Parish Code of Ordinances to establish the three-way stop at the intersection of Tulane Street and Kane Street, to provide for installation of said signs, and to provide for other matters relative thereto, and call a public hearing on Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. Thank you.
Motion by Mr. Voisin, second by Mr. Amity. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. Budget and Finance Committee, Mr. Pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Budget and Finance Committee held on Monday, December 15th, 2025. I have no public hearings.
Moved by Mr. Pleasure, second by Mr. Babin. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. D, Policy and Procedure and Legal Committee, Mr. Clyde Hamner. Light, please, sir. Thank you. David.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion the council accept and ratify the minutes of the policy. All right, I'll start over.
No.
Okay.
All right. Again, I'll make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Policy, Procedure, and Legal Committee held on December 15th, and I have two public hearings. Number one, consider the introduction of an ordinance to reappoint Anthony J. Alfred Insurance Corporation to serve as agent of record for employee group health benefits for medical, dental, and pharmacy for the year 2026, and to exercise the renewal the company's contract for the last option year commencing January 1, 2026, and ending December 31, 2026, and to call a public hearing on Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. Number two, consider the introduction of an ordinance to reappoint Anthony J. Alfred Insurance Corporation to serve as agent of record for employee life, disability, and other benefits for the year 2026, and to exercise the renewal of the company's contract for the last option year commencing January 1, 2026, and ending December 31, 2026, and call a public hearing on Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m.
Motion by Mr. Hamner, second by Ms. Chauvin. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. Street lights, as per Ms. Chauvin, second by Mr. Pleasure. Members, vote your machine. 9-0. 6, appointments to various boards, committees, and commission. A, Recreation District Number 7 Board, 1 expiring term on January 6, 2026. Mr. J. Duplantis expresses his interest in being reappointed.
Mr. J. Duplantis, sorry.
Motion by Ms. Kim Chauvin to open, close, and reappoint Mr. J. Duplantis, second by Mr. Champagne. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passed 8-0. 5 District 4, 3 expiring terms, 1 on January 1st, 2026. No, excuse me. 3 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. Mr. Louis Petrie expresses an interest in being reappointed, and Mr. Cyril A. Kirby, I didn't know his name was Cyril Verrett, expresses his interest in being reappointed.
Open, close, and reappoint Mr. Petrie and Mr. Verrett and hold the other open.
Motion by Mr. Babin, second by Ms. Chauvin to open, close, and appoint Mr. Petrie and Mr. Verrett and hold the other. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. C, 5 District Number 5 Board, 5 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. 1 expired term, Mr. Gerald Arsenault expresses his interest in being reappointed. Mr. Jody Blanchard expresses his interest in being reappointed. Mr. Jan Rogers expresses his interest in being reappointed. Mr. Garrett J. LaBeouf expresses his interest in being reappointed.
Motion to open, close, and reappoint Mr. Arsenault, Mr. Blanchard, Mr. Rogers, and Mr. LaBeouf, and hold the other 2 over.
Motion by Mr. Trustclass, second by Ms. Chauvin to open, close, and appoint Mr. Joe Arsenault, Mr. Jody Blanchard, Mr. Jan Rogers, and Mr. Garrett J. LaBeouf for reappointment and hold the other. In the discussion, members, vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. D, Fire District Number 8 Board, 3 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. Mr. Michael Anthony expresses his interest in being reappointed. District 8, yeah, that's me. John.
Okay, I'll make a
Yeah.
motion to, reappoint Mr. Anthony and hold the other two over.
All right, motion by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Champagne to reappoint Mr. Michael Anthony. Any discussion, members, vote your machine. Yeah, oh, me, John, too. Motion passed 9-0. E, Fire District Number 9, 3 expiring terms, January 1st, 2026. Mr. Ryan Bonvalin expresses his interest in being reappointed. Mr. Mickey Adams Jr. expresses his interest in being reappointed. And Mr. Riley Gross expresses his interest in being reappointed.
Open, close, and reappoint Mr. Ryan Bonvalin, Mickey Adams, and Mr. Riley Grow.
Open, close, and appoint Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Pledger, Mr. Ryan Bonvalin, Mr. Mickey Adams, and Mr. Riley Gross. In the discussion, members, vote your machine. Vote. Motion passed 7-0. F, Bayou Cane Fire Protection District, 4 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. Mr. Robert Page expresses his interest in being reappointed.
Open, close, and reappoint Mr. Page and hold the other 3.
Motion by Mr. Amadi to open, close, and appoint Mr. Page, second by Ms. Chauvin, and hold the other 3. In the discussion, members, vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. Monthly engineering reports. As per Ms. Chauvin, second by Mr. Pleasure. Members, vote your machine. Motion passed 9-0. 8, council member request discussion regarding a recreation all-star program in the parish. I spoke with Mr. Hillary Domain, and I spoke with the lady that actually brought it up last week. Mr. Domain, if you want to say something, or Mr. Arsenault here, you want to clarify some things that we've been actually working on since last week, please, Mr. Bergeron.
Yeah, I just want to give an update and just make sure that everyone understands what we have going on. We've not had all stores for 3 years now, based on some incidents that happen, and if we need to, we can bring up Hillary and Mr. Arsenault to talk about that. But this year we implemented a zero tolerance policy, and our athletics group wanted to see how that policy went to then look at making a further decision on all stars moving forward, because we want to keep the safety of all of our volunteers and residents at the top of priority. So that's where we are right now, and we can share incidents that led us to this discussion and decision, and a continued decision since this happened before I got in office. But at the end of the day, we think once we get the zero tolerance policy in place and we see how that works out, that we'll be able to reevaluate it.
Yeah, and the individual that actually brought it to my attention, that's the only way she can actually get the discussion in it. And we had a conversation this week, and she was satisfied with our quality of life, the progress that we had made with this. So therefore, kudos to both ends of this. Well, number one, to let the people know that if they actually bring something that's legitimate to the parish, that we actually will do our due diligence to actually try to rectify any problems that we actually have. I have another light from Ms. Chauvin.
Can I add one more thing, if you don't mind?
Yes, sir.
I just want to say I commend our Quality of Life Department for working through and trying to figure out a way to have some things happen, and not be sanctioned by Quality of Life. And so I just want to thank them for their work.
Ms. Chauvin.
Okay, so when this came up last week, I think you were blindsided. I was blindsided. I was like, what was going on with All Stars? So I made a phone call to Mr. Hillary Domain because I wanted to find out what had happened. Because I remember playing All Stars as a young girl in softball, and his exact words to me was that it was due to some incidents with parents. I think the parents who have kids that are playing need to remember that this is a game. It's supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to watch you going at a umpire or a referee or whatever it may be in that part of it. And so the kids are paying the price for the adults And I think that it needs to be known exactly what happened on that part. This wasn't that Terrebonne Parish decided that we're just going to nix it. It was because parents did not know how to act in that part of it. And then I have to wonder what's the cost going to be for security. Now that we have to have security for kids to play ball, that's crazy. So that just kind of blindsided me. And so I was trying to figure out why. Yeah, that is exactly what happened. That was one of the things that came up in our conversation because I wanted to know. I want to know why was it nixed. So that's a problem that we need to address, and we need to make sure that we have that zero tolerance policy in place. Thank you.
Mr. Lewitt.
Thank you. Light back, sir. Thank you. Like you too, Ms. Chauvin, when I first heard that we weren't doing All-Stars, that product of All-Stars, I was kind of shocked and had a lot of conversations with Mr. Arsenault about why that is and the other folks in athletics and leisure. And it really is a shame that some folks will sacrifice a great program for kids because they don't know how to act. And that's a conversation we need to have with our community across the board. It's not relevant to one sport. Heck, it's not even relevant to homo. You talk to Mr. Arsenault, he'll tell you that this is a common problem across the region with parents, threatening violence on people, threatening violence on coaches, on our umpires. I know one particular instance where a 16-year-old umpire was followed back to her car by two parents and threatened with violence because of a call she made on a baseball game. That's unacceptable. That's why we're starting the zero tolerance policy, which means no alcohol, no drugs on public fields, no threats of violence, no verbal abuse to kids or anybody else. And if you break those rules, you're going to be asked to leave. And if you don't leave, the police are going to get involved. And when we get to a point where we can not have to worry about the safety of folks, we're going to bring that back because it is a great program and we should have it. So just want to shine a little light on that. Thanks.
Mr. Pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm in awe. I mean, it's kind of, and like Ms. Chauvin said, it was mentioned to us the other day, but I never dove into it to, see what was happening, see what's going on. But you talking about the parents are fighting? I mean, that's what we're saying? I mean, are we serious? Like, what are we doing? I mean, I can remember as a child coming up playing hark, kind of older, so hark is what it was for me. All-Stars, my dad, the coach would say something, my dad would shut up and go do what he says. What's the problem? This touches me in the wrong way with that, but I encourage you guys to, since we didn't have something in place, put something in place. We give you a shot, but after that, you're out. We don't need umpires to put you out. And to the people that might be listening at this, it's a damn shame. That's sad. Don't relive your glory days. It's over with. Let your kids do their thing. I'm just being honest. Please don't crucify me for saying that, but that's what it is. When my son was playing soccer, I thought I was good, so I realized that my day has been had. Let's be honest, guys. Let's work with them and whatever I can do to help. But that's sad. Thank you.
Mr. Babin.
Yeah, thank you, Brian, for those, because I agree with you 100%. I'd like to bring Mr. Bobby Arsenault up here. Bobby and I have been friends forever, and Bobby has been with the parish. You can tell, Bobby, when you get to the microphone, tell how many years you've been with the parish and been around this program.
Bobby Arsenault, 809 Douglas Drive. I'm actually the TPR girls supervisor. I've been employed by TPR for 52 years. And the only reason I say that, I've seen a lot of tournaments, a lot of All-Stars, a lot of everything. More good than bad. That's the good part of it. We've hosted hundreds of national tournaments, regional tournaments, district tournaments for different franchises we've been in. And great experiences. I mean, I love all-star teams. I love our parish tournaments. The reason we have parish tournaments is my fault or my credit. I'm going to take it. When Don Schwab was here, he cut all-stars out. So I went to him and said, Don, I understand you don't want to have all-star, but let's give something at the end for the teams. He agreed to it. And it worked well till a certain point, just like our all-stars. All-Stars, you know, we are good. We are good in All-Stars. We really are. Basketball, in girls basketball, we dominate Biddy basketball, the franchise we play. We are a national power in that. We won numerous national tournaments, so we good. So if I'm a parent, let's go sit in the stands, sit back, get you some popcorn and a drink, and watch us just beat you. But we can't do that. We couldn't do that. You know, not just basketball. I'm talking about, you know, we got into softball, baseball, and I guess what broke it was our last year when we did away with it. Or we and All-Stars and the girls, we were fighting in the parking lot among each other. You know, I walk out in the parking lot, there's our own parents. We out there fighting. Here comes the cops from and we're in Jefferson Parish. So, you know, they're coming from every direction with the cops. So we on the court, we went after a referee the next day. We went after our 7-8 coaches, chewed them out so bad they left, you know, so stuff like that. I mean, so I'm embarrassed as the girls, to see this, because we don't have to do that. We're good. We're good teams. We have good coaches. The two girls that were chased off on our 7 didn't have a kid on the team. That's even better. I mean, where do you find somebody that wants to coach who don't have a kid on the team? You know, you always hear daddy ball, mama ball. You know, that we didn't have it with that team. They didn't have kids on the team. They just wanted to do it. They don't do it anymore. They quit. You know, so but where I'm going with this is, and look, like, you know, it's not just us, believe me. It's a nationwide problem. Where this started, I don't know. Like I said, in my 52 years, it used to never be this way. And all of a sudden, you know, whatever happened, parents went to thinking, everybody thinks their kids are going. Kim Mulkey's watching them play basketball. No, she's not. You know, they think, you know, coach at LSU is watching them play baseball. No, he's not. You know, but, you know, that's what we've come to. And I don't know what happened, but again, not just us, you know, but we kind of broke the camel's back that night in the national tournament to where we did this, and it was bad. And then I get in the car to come back. I make a call back to the parish, tell them what happened. I get another call. We punched a policeman in another gym, you know, FBI agent. That wasn't a good move, you know, so that got ugly. So the next day I get a call from Jefferson Parish, you know, hey, Bobby, and we know everything happened, you know, what you want to do. I said, well, I hate to take our kids out. It ain't their fault. So we went back the next day with our 7-8s, played the tournament, finished it up. And then our 10s were there and our 12s also in other gyms. This was the National Biddy Tournament. Everything worked out good. We win 2 divisions. So, I mean, I said, we're that good. So we just can't sit back and enjoy it. And not just us. I'm talking about parents in general. Not every parent. Not every parent. It's a small group that can cause this, you know, and it's a shame. And we have the zero tolerance now, and that's great, you know. And it just seems like when all this happens, whenever you put an award on the table, that's when I've got to win that trophy. I've got to win that medal. You know, if that's what it is, well, it is what it is. But just saying, in all my years with TPR, and I've enjoyed them, believe me, you don't stay 52 years if you don't like it. You know, like I said, I've seen it all. You know, I think I have, but you know, sometimes I don't. Something else pops up that I've never seen before. But we have a great program. I enjoy. We have a huge program. And going back to All-Stars, all these tournaments we used to hold, you know, all these franchises always call me back, hey, Bob, why don't y'all host this? Now we don't play anymore. Why don't y'all hosting these national tournaments? You know why? We do a great job. We have a great parish. We have great facilities. We have just everything that you want. And when I say national tournament, I'm talking about one year we had 71 teams from all around the country here for softball. You know, now we didn't have Bayou Country back then. We used Dularge, and it was great. So, I mean, we have that potential to bring these kind of tournaments back, and they want us to host them because we do a good job. Not just us in general, our people. So I guess where I'm going with this, I like All-Stars. I like our tournaments. And if we ever have them back, that's great. And if we ever don't have them back, that's great. We're still going to play. But that is another part of our program that is good and has always been good for us. Just that whatever happened nationally, you know, got to us, and, you know, parents got out of hand. When we fighting each other in a parking lot, that does not look good, you know. And I walked out the gym right into this, And just to back up real quick, I had met with every parent on those all-star teams for that year to tell them we got to act better. Because the year before, we had a little trouble, and we were banned from some gyms we couldn't go back. Not always our fault. Not always our fault, but they didn't want us back. And I'm talking about gyms and other parishes, you know. And so I met with them, and this administration that just came in, and I said, look, I don't know this administration good, but the easiest way to do away with this is do away with the program. No All-Stars. So let's not give them that opportunity. Let's try to, sometimes I know, and I will be at your back every time at these tournaments, so I attend them. And if I see it's not our fault, I'm going to step in. But when I walked out that gym that night in Jefferson Parish and we fight each other, I got nothing to say. But, you know, guys, it's our fault, you know. So anyway, I'm not going to drag this out. But, you know, All-Stars and our parish tournaments are good. But the parish has got to get better. Any
Good.
questions?
Yeah, Bobby, thank you. Thank you, first of all, for the 52 years, okay? And I know, you know, we talk a lot, Bobby and I, because we eat lunch together 2 or 3 times a week, and I've heard the horror stories, okay? And it's sad that adults are taken away from our children. But what I just want to mention here is when we're going to start working on this, we need the penalty to fit the crime, okay? You know, just being kicked out of the gym doesn't do anything because they'll come back the next week. And again, that's a legal aspect. But I would hope, and I know it'll happen, when we start having these conversations, we need to draw from 52 years of experience, and I know y'all will. And we have some other good people in there as well. But Bobby's been in the trenches with it, so looking forward to you helping Bobby. With your help, we can get some help back to these kids.
Yeah.
So.
And we always get the parent comes to me and says, you know, you're hurting the kids by not having All-Stars. No, not me, you.
Yeah.
You know, the parent hurts the kids, not me. I mean, if everybody, not every parent, believe me, I'm going to emphasize that. It's not every parent. We got some great parents who coach, who coach in our leagues, who are parents in our leagues, who sit there, watch the game, and do it the way it's supposed to be done. And just a real quick thing, and I hate to keep harping on this, but we play in Finland in the parish tournament. And a Finland lady sitting next to me, and it wasn't our parents, other parents, they hollering and screaming. She goes, Bobby, how y'all allow these people to holler at these referees and all? And that wasn't our parents. I said, just the way it is. She says, in Finland, if you holler at a referee, you're out the gym forever. If you holler at your coach, you're out the gym forever. And she says, all you can do is clap for your child and you know, and praise your kid. And I tell you, and I watched them play, and exactly how it was. Not a one parent hollered at a referee, anything, nothing negative. I said, "Boy, what a life this would be." You know, I love this, but you know, in Finland's a little different. You know, that's the way they do it, and they respected that and never once hollered at anybody. So it can be done, you know, but because they knew they were gone if they said anything. And but anyway, I got it. That's good.
Yeah, Mr. Pleasure.
Well, I also want to just share that I think it's a good thing that we're going to try to work through this. But there's 2 things here that I noticed that I picked up on what you said and shared. You said that in the past that, you know, on the national level, state, whatever it is, they reached out or have reached out, and we've hosted tournaments and things like that here. All right, that's commerce. So that's a good thing. That's a great thing, and I would hope that we work towards, because we have Bayou Country now, and we got the Civic Center, we got those places. So I would encourage those types of activities to, you know, for you to champion that, for us to continue to be able to host those. But also in the conversations, I would make sure that once, because I'm a fan of the All-Stars. I would love to see it happen again, but at the onset of that, parents, you got to sign the waiver, sign whatever. If you do this, you do that, this is what's going to happen, right? But also, those same parents, some of the ones that you feel that might have been the vocal ones or the ones that, you know, might have started it or whatever it might be, not to point the finger at anyone, but when you're sitting down and we're making those decisions, have that parent there. Look, this is what we're planning to do. We're going to give you guys a shot, but at the same time, it's all for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
It's not for, you know, and I know all of us are guilty of arguing with referees because we yell at the Saints the TV all the time when someone makes a bad call. But at the same time, there's a certain level to that when you're in person. You have to have some respect. So I'll encourage that you guys maybe get a parent or two in there that are the vocal ones and say, look, this is a controlled environment here. Let's talk about what the problem is or what we've noticed and just be honest with them. So thank you.
Okay.
Ms.
Thank you.
Chauvin. I don't think, you're just making statements, you need him.
Yeah, no, I'm going to ask a question. So I did catch on, we're losing in commerce because we're not hosting these things, and these are not good for the parish, but it's also not good when we have parents fighting in that. Do we have a timeline in how we're going to approach and possibly bringing it back with the zero tolerance policy? Do we have a timeline in this that we're going to look at it? And in zero tolerance, is that something that is going to be in quality of life, and they're gonna hit the rules and they're gonna hit the ground running with those rules and make it fit? So just wondering about a timeline first.
Thank you. So absolutely, we don't want to stretch this out. Right? We
Right.
want to implement this and run with it so we can get it back as soon as
Right.
possible. And I want to touch on what you said, Brian, is that we started incorporating that zero tolerance policy in the sign up for the parent. So they have to check that off before they register their kids. So they have to
Okay.
read it just like any other disclaimer, like, hey, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this. You saying that you agreed to it, now that's another thing that if you act up or don't do the right thing, you can be held accountable on. But to answer your question, Ms. Chauvin, we want to start this season, get everything right this season, and bring it back the next season.
Okay.
That's the goal.
So I would tell you, I played All-Stars when I was younger in softball, and it taught me a lot because you play with kids coming from all different areas in Terrebonne Parish on that part of it. But there are lessons in life in losing and winning. And if we're not stopping back as parents to let our kids learn that, we're doing them a great disservice on that part. Mrs. Bobby, I want to thank you for coming up to make this public, because I think that it was important that we as a whole parish understand why we lost all stores and why our kids are losing out in this. And I really do feel like we are doing a disservice to the kids, but it's not us, it's the parents that have played that part in it. So I'm looking forward to having some strict enforcement on that zero tolerance so that we can get our kids back up and playing. Thank you.
Well, while you're going back to your seat, Bobby, well, no, I'm not going to ask you a question.
Go ahead, man. I'm done.
Yeah, well, Bobby and I, we work together a lot, and I think they kind of like the fact that I'm a council member because usually when I was officiating, whether it's basketball or baseball, whatever, they find out the score from the parking lot. But then again, I want to bring it back, but there are a number of factors that are involved with this and recreation, and I think we will be on course maybe next year because we have to address the issue not only just the recreational sports that we have here within Terrebonne Parish. We have to have the All-Stars. They're very, very competitive in some sports with the AAU sports. So all of these things are costs, and sometimes when parents are actually trying to put their kids on the best team, and it may not be as good as some of the other members on the team, but they're spending their money and they're getting involved with it because how much it costs. So we have to also realize how much will all of this cost. You have to consider that, how much it will cost. And that's part of the problem, is being able to separate what we have here in Terrebonne Parish. When we actually put our kids out there for All-Stars, then there's AAU. So we have to get all of those things and see what we're going to do and categorize them. So what's best suited for Terrebonne Parish and what we have. You're right. My niece played not only nationals and won national. I think they won international at one time too. So it's something that's like Ms. Chauvin is saying. We're losing economically. We're losing the respect, and we're losing a lot of opportunities for our kids to go visit and aspire to be in the position of some of these champions that we have been producing here in Terrebonne Parish.
Yeah, in the past, we've hosted national biddie tournament, World Series for baseball and Babe Ruth, World Series for girls softball and Babe Ruth. And you'd be surprised, when you look around what that brought here as far as dollars. I mean, The year we had the Nationals, it was 98, I think. We had 71 teams in Homer that week in the hotel. That's a lot of people. You know, that's just 12 kids on the team, not counting all of his parents. I mean, every hotel was full. Every restaurant was full. I had restaurants calling me, thanking me for, that we did this. Not just me. I mean, I didn't do it myself, but I mean, the group, we did it because that brought a ton of people. Some of my friends wouldn't even go out and eat that week because they couldn't get in a restaurant, And so, I mean, it is a nice impact, when you have those big tournaments here. It's and that's during the weekday here into the weekend. So it's not just, Saturday, Sunday. It's like a Monday through Saturday. So it's a lot of people here. And Biddy basketball, another one. We've had national tournaments for that. So, again, it's like you said, it's good to have,
Last thing I want to say is that this is a team effort across everybody. This with council, with administration, quality of life, rec districts. We just dropped off all the zero tolerance signs to all the different rec districts to put up, and we talked to them before dropping them off. That would y'all mind if y'all put that up for us to help us enforce this policy? And they all said yes, right? So whenever we have issues with particular coaches or parents, y'all might get calls as their councilman, and that's something that we're going to have to fall back on. Y'all want to help us as a team and address this problem. So it's a team effort. It's something I think we can all figure out together and believe in and work for our kids. So let's get after it.
Mr. Hamner.
Bobby, thank you for your presentation tonight, but I just wanted to make a recommendation to you. I remember Miss Chauvin when she was playing All-Stars, and she was pretty darn good. I would recommend that you try to recruit her as a coach or one of the umpires.
I thought you meant as a player.
She's a little too old to be a player because she's catching up to me. Well,
I was trying to give her a compliment.
Chauvin. But I tell you, she can coach, she can play. I would get her on your staff.
Okay, thank you, Bobby.
Thank you all.
Hey, you can get to that sandwich now, man. 8B, Councilman Brian Pleasure requests discussion regarding an update on state project funding.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I can pull this unless other council members might have had questions. But just to give a quick overview, I was able to speak with Ms. Candace in regards to this, and not only that, the three questions I had was in regards to, in regards to the Schriever overpass, which we talked about that the other night at the meeting. Also, the Valhai roundabout, that's in motion right now with some electrical or something like that, so we're good there. And also the air base for the bathrooms, I think on the state level they had something with the verbiage or something to that effect. So I'm good for that. So I thank Ms. Candace for that, and also Mr. Bazeron. I got the message late, but I called Candace and then I realized I had the message. So we're good there, and I have no further questions or comments about that unless someone else did.
Any other lights? Great. 9, vacancies to various boards, committees, and commissions. A, Recreation District 3A Board, 1 vacancy due to resignation. Recreation District number 11 Board, 1 vacancy due to resignation. Bayou Cane Fire Protection District Board, 3 expiring terms, January 1st, 2026. Schriever Fire Protection District, 2 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. Coteau Fire Protection District Board, 2 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. Bayou Blue Fire Protection District Board, 1 expiring term. Village East Fire Protection District Board, 4 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. Fire District number 4, Board, 1 expiring term, January 1st, 2026. Fire District number 5, 1 expiring terms, January 1st, 2026. Fire District number 6 Board, 1 expiring term, January 1st, 2026. Fire District number 7 Board, 3 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. Fire District number 8 Board, 2 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. Fire District number 10, 3 expiring terms on January 1st, 2026. Downtown Development Corporation, 2 expiring terms, 1 representing the AB Council and 1 representing the Historical Society and 1 vacancy due to resignation representing the Terrebonne Garden Club. Finally, Children, Youth, and Services, 1 expiring terms. Announcements, Parish President.
Yes, we have Farmers Market December 20th at 8 a.m. at the Homa Air Base Park at 218 Moffett Road. Local businesses offering traditional farmers market goods and healthy living education. Southtown Plantation Museum Drive, a trip to the North Pole, December 20th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Kids activities, vendor and holiday fun, admission $25 a ticket per person. For tickets, email southtownmuseum.org. December 20th from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. is a drive-through toy and bike giveaway at the Civic Center. It's put on by the District Attorney, Joseph Waits, Terrebonne Parish Sheriff Saunier, former Councilman John Navy, former Councilwoman Dr. Orlando Williams Smith, the Marine Corps League Toys for Tots program, Can You, Tri-Parish, Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government, and 98 Diamonds Foundation invite you for a drive-through toys, bike, and giveaway for the 15th Annual Merry Christmas Holiday Festival. Attendees are asked to remain in their vehicle, 1 bike per vehicle while supplies last. And then going into January, because I think we won't have a meeting until after this, the 3rd Annual Weenie Spaghetti Festival, January 10th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Courthouse Square. Food, drink, music, and family fun. For information, visit the Weenie Spaghetti Festival's Facebook page, and we wish everybody a safe and Merry Christmas.
Anyone else? No. You got something?
I'd like to thank our elf council, Miss Claus. Thanks for the gift.
Yeah, as Mr. Babby, okay.
Yeah, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and let's just all keep moving forward. Thank you.
Yeah, and I want to say to everyone out there, Jesus is the reason for the season. I value life very, very dearly, and family and friends, and life is real fragile. I'm going to be attending some funerals and some family members, and I'm very close to all of my family members. I've often had some conversations with our attorney, and we sometimes it's politics up here, and we don't want to take it personal. And that's why the importance of life and Jesus being the reason for the season. And I'm going to say what I said not only to Miss Michelle, I've said this to other people. As long as we get from one end of this particular agenda to the other end, we're fine. And then we have discussion up here, and people may look at it in a different way. I told her, I said, look, as long as we go home and we find peace. So I hope that for this holiday, Jesus is the reason will stick with you, and when you go home, you find peace. So Merry Christmas to everyone, and cheer now entertain a motion for adjourn. Motion adjourned by Miss Chauvin, second by Mr. Pleasure. All in favor say yay. Those opposed, nay. Yeah. Yeas have it. Gumbo is served.
Yes.
Christmas, sir. I'll see you on the 30th. I'm actually coming to the show. Oh, okay. Bringing a couple people. Okay.